Okay, I think, and we're live on Wednesday-ish. It's raining and the internet is shit. But you know what's not shit? Me and my friends, because we're here at Fossil and it never ends. Okay, go.
I swear to God, we can collect all of your intros and make a tune out of them, man.
I think we need to do that. Just some kind of like montage of Isha doing this. Just put it on our grams.
And we'll sell it, CD, debut album, there's a little verse from Kieran and Rich, you know what I mean? Glasses Chronicles. That's it. That's what it's gonna call. That's the name of our group. Welcome, people.
What's up, everybody?
Yep, issue 90. We're nearly at 100. You've been with us from 1 to nearly 100. We appreciate you. But issue 90 here, and the source.
0 as well.
Huh?
Had it issue 0.
Oh yeah.
0.
Yeah. So all the way from conception to But welcome with us, the Source Wall, Phantom Specialist. We read comics too. The Outlaw Red Hood. Every Wednesday, 7:30-ish. We are here. What have we got planned for the people today?
Alrighty then. So today we have Janelle Monáe. I can't pronounce.
Janelle Monáe. Yes. Yes. Darling.
She wants to play Storm in Black Panther 2.
No.
Wow, that's surprising. I thought that would have been a solid yes.
Okay. Okay. Janelle Monáe.
Black. She's like black.
I know. She's a phenomenal actress.
She's not like Will Smith black.
I know. She's
trying to appease everyone. Like she's unapologetically black.
I know.
That, man.
She is phenomenal. She's a great actress. I've seen her in Moonlight and Hidden Figures. She's brilliant.
Harriet, though.
She's
that
yeah, I know. But I need to watch that Annabelle one with the Jordan Peele one that she's in. I don't know if it's out yet. Is it out yet? Janelle. Anyway. My thing is, no. I tell you what. she's not. Okay, if she's like new Storm, like from the younger version of Storm, that maybe, but she's not Storm. She's not. No, I just don't see it. I can see her acting. I can see the look. I can see why they'd want to pick her. But firstly, she's short and Storm's not short.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to Google how tall Storm is. I literally just picked up my phone.
Do it right now.
Oh, that's jokes. Hang on a sec.
Yeah. And I'm not heightist, okay? I'm not heightist, but it's just...
I think Hugh Jackman was too tall.
Exactly. And it was weird. It was weird. Him looking at Cyclops in his eye. I was like, hold on. The whole point was that...
Cyclops was
Exactly. So I'm just like... yeah. And just no. Like, I love Janelle. I love her. She's brilliant. She's a wonderful actress. And if someone had her acting ability, which I'm sure they have, like there are other actresses like Tika Sumpton. For me, she embodies what Storm looks like, and she has the acting ability to be Storm.
Who?
Type in Tika and then Sumpton, and you'll see her, and you'll be like, "This woman should be Storm."
Real quick, Storm is 5'11". She's quite tall.
I'm 5'11". People.
So what was her name? Tika Sumpter.
Sumpton, yes. She more or less embodies what Storm should look like. Obviously, we know Angela Bassett was supposed to be the original Storm. Yeah, and when they had her in Black Panther and she had the white hair, everybody, even me, I was like, this is a missed opportunity. But I don't know. It's just Janelle Monáe, she's too tiny. She's way too tiny. And that's really bad to say, but it's the truth. And I'm just like, no. Storm isn't all... She carries herself with such... I don't know, like such command and stuff. She has to be of a height stature. But
how old is this woman?
She's 40.
She's already shouted.
40
Yeah.
years old.
She don't
doesn't
look
look
40.
either.
I mean,
I mean, what black woman does?
Yeah.
I know, right? But
40-year-old black women don't look 40.
She's
But,
a TV
yeah.
actress as well. She's been in a few films. She was in the Sonic film. She's
Yes.
in the Nomads. That's in the Nomads. Not So Crazy. The Old Man and the Gun.
She was in Soul.
First Date. Ride Along 2.
Oh snap! She was in Ride Along.
Yeah.
I'd Ride Along. Oh, she was wifey.
Yeah.
She's Kevin Hart's okay.
There we go. Yeah. And I think like an actress like her, obviously she has the aesthetic to play Storm. But you know what I mean? If you just with actresses like her, if you give them like a role that you can really sink your teeth into, then you'll get the best out of them. And I'm not saying that Janelle Monáe can't perform to that high standard, but she just doesn't. She doesn't look like she would command that much of Storm. And as well, like we've had Storms that are tiny. Halle Berry was tiny. The other girl was tiny, and they all look like kind of children-ish. Like I don't like that young-looking. You know, we need adults. We need like
commanding
the
character.
we need like three lieutenants.
This thing that I was Googling is saying that Storm's age apparently is in her mid-20s.
Well, you could be tall in your mid-20s and come on.
Just saying that's young, like.
Yeah. But I'm not that. She just looks tiny. And nothing wrong with looking tiny, but Storm isn't tiny. You know, neither is Rogue, neither is Jean. They're all like tall women.
It depends on how they want to do it as well, as in whether they want to start off with the X-Men movie or series, however they're going to do. I don't know. Do you think she will be? I don't know. She might be a bit too older for Chadwick Boseman if they're going to do the whole T'Challa and Storm thing.
I don't necessarily think so, because if she's gonna be playing a younger role, I was watching. First of all, they always get male actors to where the love interest is like a couple decades younger anyway. Like, why not do it in reverse? It gets done.
Yeah. I
can't think of a specific movie right now, but there are so many movies I watch, and it's like, so up here I'm always like, ugh. Because it happens so much. There's always like the male actor who's like hella old, and then this girl who's barely out of her teens.
She's always like 18, 19.
Yeah, and it's like then they're in the situation in the movie. I don't know. Usually he's saving her, or he needs her help because she's smart or something, and then out of nowhere there's this love interest.
Yep.
You're looking at it, and you're kind of like judging, like.
Yeah. No.
My point is, if they can do it, it wouldn't be a big deal. And she looks like she could be Chadwick. Her and Chadwick Boseman could be size. So why not?
But the thing with that as well, because they made Chadwick Boseman's obviously not Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther's T'Challa, sorry. His obviously love interest. She's kind of still in the picture, even though they're not together. He's still in love with her. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they
real quick because sorry, although they said in the MCU that he and she were childhood friends, X-Men haven't been introduced yet, so he could have also had the childhood friend of Aurora Monroe at some point. True.
I just don't want them to do the thing of like, there's one black woman and another black woman comes in, and it's a thing of like, she's younger, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean? I was like, I would like there to be like a mutual respect if his childhood friend is still in the picture. If it's like years later and he's like, cool, me and her, like she's doing her shit, she's moved on, you know, T'Challa's single and he's doing what he's doing, he's just dedicated to his work and giving technology and whatever, and then Storm comes into the picture, then that's fine. But I don't want there to be like any relationship overlapping, because Wolverine has enough of that, and he has enough stories doing that, so just stick with Wolverine to do that. You know what I mean? But you know, depending on how they do it, if Janelle Monáe gets it, I'm obviously going to be rooting for her. But just call me, I'll play Storm. Just get an unknown. It's really good to get unknown people.
Keisha, what you need to be doing is keeping an eye out for these casting calls.
I'm trying.
If you have to, you buy your ticket. Don't even worry about the hotels. You buy your ticket fly your backside out there.
I will.
And be like, okay, thank you for giving me the part. Any chance I can get an advance home?
Yeah, that's it. It's okay. Like, trust me. Like, but yeah, I think it would be obviously better to just do unknowns. But again, it's like you're gonna have high-profile people going for these roles because it's like, oh, I want to pay. It's such a pinnacle role as well. But at the same time, it's like if you're a high-profile person, you have to be mindful because Storm is not one of those B-list, C-list, D-list characters. If you don't get her to the point, like Captain America. That, you know what I mean? My man knows how hard he had to work to get Captain America to that level. If you're not even partially at that level, it's going to flop and I will judge you.
Yeah, the other thing is, I have to say, in terms of like where they have to get it right for our audience, Storm is like probably the most popular black superhero there is. Everybody knows Storm. I was on one page where somebody put up like a gang of black superheroes. And quite a few people put in the comments, I had no idea these people existed. I only knew about Storm. So it needs to be done right. It needs to be done right. You can't just... And she's not been done justice before, I'd say. Halle Berry, because I liked the movies at the time and I was younger. Bear in mind, Rich, I'm younger than you. So
Richard's looking at you side-eye like, what?
No, well, I was in my teens when these movies were coming out. Rich was in his 20s, isn't it? So I remember watching them, and my friend Lauren would always be like remember when X-Men 3 came out, me and my friend Lauren went to see it. And she hated Storm. She hated Halle Berry's Storm. She's like, how did they have this young girl come and bruck up Halle Berry like that? And I was like, and it's like, look at her hair. Her hair looks so messed up. I'm like, no, her hair is supposed to be looking like the comics. And I remember Googling like images of Storm where she had that hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like, Kieran, I don't care. They disrespected her. And when I look back and watch it, I'm like, she's kind of right. They disrespected Storm in those movies.
Yeah. Oh my days! Don't even get me started on Jesus, what's his name?
Who? There's Beast.
Nah, he was in First Class. X-Men First Class.
Darwin.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
My man can adapt to
Don't
anything.
Get me started.
And then they kill him off.
He blatantly says it in the movie. I can adapt to anything.
And how does he die?
How did he not adapt?
That's dumb.
They put a pebble in his mat, and then he was just like, he did the whole and then he
dead.
I actually thought that he would show up later in the movie. I didn't think he had died. I thought he would show up later. He
would come back and save the day.
Like,
you know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're alive. It's like, I adapted.
Exactly.
There you go.
But then they went into that old school Hollywood bullcrap of killing the black dude first, and they left it. And
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll do a podcast just on the X-Men failures. But
speaking of that old school,
no, we should do a podcast just on Darwin.
Speaking of that old school Hollywood, something. Jude Law is to play Captain Hook in Disney's live-action Peter Pan.
No. Today I want to know. Firstly, Jude Law's great, and I'm just upset that they didn't want to make another Peter Pan, because Robin Williams and Rufio, that's my Peter Pan.
How many Dante Basco's name is?
Jude Law.
By the way.
What's that?
He died?
Dante Basco, who played Rufio in Hook, plays Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, right. Okay. That's yeah. Do you know what? I'm on. I am catching up on it. I haven't watched a lot of it this week, but I'm still watching bits of it. Okay. But anyway,
the cartoon's still good, but getting.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
Jude Law. I don't know, really. I don't know. I guess I'm not really bothered about all these remakes, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it would work, because all they're gonna do is put a wig on him, give him a curly moustache, and put a hook in his hand, and he'll. Like, I feel like
I don't see him
playing Captain Hook is not a masterpiece.
Nah, but that's
the thing. But if like anyone who's played Hook. I was gonna say anyone who's played Hook is like, when you see them in real life, you're like, huh. I'm always like, oh wow, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
I think it's so easy to put makeup on to make somebody look like Captain Hook. I don't think it's hard. So, you want to get Jude Law, fine. You can get anybody. Go get Bruce Willis. I just don't think it matters. I don't feel like
I can just see him crawling. It's like I just don't
feel like Captain Hook is that kind of role where it's like you really need to think about who you cast.
I think, but I guess they kind of blew it with Aladdin. But I guess you should try and get people who actually look like the characters, really, rather than just getting. I can't see him as Hook anyway. I can't see him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to have him looking like Jude Law. Most Jude Law movies, no matter what the role is, he looks like Jude Law. But with Captain, he's going to be having the cowboy. I was going to say cowboy. The pirate outfit on. He's going to be having long curly hair. They're going to dye his eyebrow. Like,
I mean, my thing is that they haven't explored, especially in Peter Pan, they haven't explored that Captain Hook isn't a bad guy. He's just a lost boy that didn't want to be a child anymore, and he was like, I want to be an adult. So it's kind of like I Hate Fairyland, where he's just like stuck in this place, and he's like, no,
Isha, no, that's wrong, because I read the book. I read the Peter Pan book by J.M. Barrie, and that was not in there.
Well, that's the story they should go with. They should go with the Tim Burton version. No, because I swear you told me this one time.
Sense. Mm-hmm. It makes sense because my brother actually I don't want to say that online, but my brother came up with a concept for
that Peter Pan's a paedophile, or he's a child killer, because he takes children and flies them to Neverworld, and then Neverland, and then he makes them do all these weird things, and then he's like, you can stay with me forever, and Hook's there like, no, don't do that. Can you imagine if they did a story where it was like Peter Pan is actually the villain and Hook is always trying to like...
That would be quite nuts. That would be...
Well,
exactly.
That's basically the concept my brother was working on. If anybody's ever watched Once Upon a Time?
Yes.
Once Upon a Time did...
the TV show, right?
It started off doing like fairy tales. But I think because Disney owns the show, it started becoming more Disney orientated. So it's like there's a season that's got Elsa, it's got all of them, like bare Disney heads are in that show. Little Mermaid is in there, and they did a whole season dedicated to Peter Pan and Hook. And in this, it was that Peter Pan would send his shadow out to kidnap children, but also. What they would do sometimes, they would mix characters. So Peter Pan was also the Pied Piper in the show as well.
See, jeez. I swear, doesn't Peter Pan doesn't he like play an instrument?
Yeah, there you go.
See, can you imagine a film? Can you imagine a film where it's actually Peter Pan's going out and like he's like taking all these children back, and Hook is the one. All the people on the ship is children that Hook have saved from Peter Pan, and they've grown up, and it's like, no, I'm not here to take you away, or I'm here to take you back, kind of thing. And then at the end you find like Peter's like, you know what I mean? It's like, that'd be sick. If they're gonna do that, I don't mind Jude Law going to play Hook. I don't care. Like, he's good at playing villains anyway. So it'd be dope if they
did it like that. But like I said, in on that show Once Upon a Time, Hook was the good guy. He had his I don't give a crap, I'm a pirate, this is what pirates do kind of moments. But regarding the situation with him and Peter Pan, that was a situation where Peter Pan was the bad guy. Peter Pan was evil. And it was actually quite well done. But my brother's concept is way better.
Okay, so will your brother, let's get right in, put the comic out so it can get taken up, and then boom, that's it.
When he's ready.
Okay, no rush.
Right.
Oh yeah, hi Sean. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
So next up is I can't pronounce her surname. Florence Foog. Faye.
Her. Florence P.
She's apparently going to be the new Black Widow. So basically, what happened was the director for the Black Widow movie
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I actually think her name is Florence Pugh.
Okay.
I'm not even joking. I'm not joking.
Here we
It's
go.
P-U-G-H, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I imagine it's the kind of thing where the G-H is silent,
Or
unless
the
it's
P is
pug.
silent.
Unless,
Maybe
well,
the
then
T
her
is
name
silent.
is either Poo, Pug, or Oog, or Ugg, or something. It's not
So her
simple. There's
name
no
is
H.
Florence, and we're just going to put a pin in
So,
the last name.
Florence.
Yeah.
So Florence Pugh.
There we go.
So basically, the director, Kate Shortland, spoke to Empire, hinting that while Black Widow is a last hurrah for Johansson, things are only just beginning for Florence. Incoming Yelena. So she said Kevin Feige realized that the audience would expect an origin story, so of course we went the opposite direction, and we didn't know how great Florence would be. We knew she would be great, but we didn't know how great. Scarlett is so gracious, like, I'm handing her the baton, so it's going to propel another female storyline. So
No.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like no, Isha, you first, ladies first.
Firstly, yeah, thank you, Kieran. Secondly, yeah, we haven't even had the rest of the baton from Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, the movie hasn't even dropped yet. Yeah, I don't know who this Foo is. Florence. Okay, I'm sure she's great, but I need to, have a kind of a closure thing. Yeah. From Scarlett Johansson. She hasn't even had a movie out. I don't know what Disney Plus is waiting for. Drop the Black Widow movie, okay?
I actually think they're waiting to put it in the cinema so she gets the kind of...
We haven't got time for coronavirus. Just because lockdown is over, the pandemic is very much still here. I ain't sitting next to anybody unless they've got PPE. There's a big... There's like 2, like, plastic
boxes.
sheets.
You should be getting cubicles.
There we go. There's no point. There's
plastic.
no point. Like, just put it on Disney Plus. Like, I understand. Once this all clears up, I will be happy to go back into the cinema just to get the cinematic experience and watch it there. But just look, Beyonce has put something out on Disney Plus. I'm like, how is Beyonce getting a film on bloody Disney Plus and then we can't even watch Black Widow? Yeah. Okay. I need some Scarlett Johansson time. No. I'm sure she's great. I'm sure we'll see her in 2021, but right now, no. Kieran, go ahead.
I just feel like it's going to get to a point with the MCU where I'm actually going to give up. I actually feel like that. I feel like...
It's not good.
How can I put it? I feel like, every generation is going to have their MCU. Mm-hmm. And I feel like my MCU is going to be watched like the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the movies after that aren't going to be great, but I just feel like I can just see it getting to a point because there are a few little bits in the MCU near the end where I was like,
little seeping in,
little tidbits, and I can't bother to go into them now. Ain't trying to have people roasting me online, but yeah, I just feel like
nah.
I ain't down for this blue lady. No, sorry. Let me take that back. I haven't even seen the movie, so she's probably really, really dope.
Yeah.
But I would just bring back Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Like if old ass Don Cheadle, who I think is dope, can still play War Machine. Don't be trying to switch out the older one for the younger model when Don Cheadle is there and he's like 50.
Yeah, but he's still
I ain't hearing it.
The other one's dead. She's dead, man. And if I know,
it's comic books.
If you bring it back, though, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna bring back
Jason Todd."
Yes.
Beaten to death with a crowbar. Hang on, beaten to death with a crowbar, and then left in the building that exploded, and somehow managed to just walk it off.
So,
like,
if you want her back, then I think you should give her a chance. Anyway, I think she should not. I don't know necessarily give her own movie. Maybe do another movie. But I feel like there's other stories you can tell in the meantime, and maybe do another movie with her in it. But I wouldn't mind her being in like the new Avengers or something like that. Scarlett, they should have done the Scarlett movie years ago. years ago.
Ages ago.
So,
Ages
and now
ago.
she's dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. When I think in Marvel, which wasn't even that.
God.
Wasn't even that.
Yeah, Marvel when it comes to women, I don't know what's going on, but it's like Disney are like, no, all of our mothers in our shows are dead. So it's like we want you to just carry on this legacy of like killing off all the women or making them rubbish or they're just not. I'm just like, no, like Marvel, you've always stood by making men and women equal. Yeah, like
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, no, the Wasp.
Yeah,
she's banging. She's banging, but it feels like like when like Wasp feels like from the other studio. Like when like you get given specific things. So like you've got the biggest group doing, I don't know, the Avengers, and then they were like, all right, you lot are kind of quirky, do Wasp and the Ant kind of thing, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna do it properly.
Yeah, but everybody, it kind of feels not outside the MCU, but kind of like over there. And if we need something big. We need something big. All right, we might as well. We need all that we can get.
Yeah, kind of thing. But it's just like Marvel. You need to do better with the ladies, man. Because I don't know what you lot are thinking. If Barbie is the most like sought after dolly, like it means that women sell. So just do it right and welcome Florence, but just give us some time to heal. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm sure you did a dope job in that Black Widow movie that you were in.
Yeah, that we haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen. That's the other thing.
So I was going to say, let's go back on it then once the movie is out and we've all seen it. Hopefully, Karen will see it in a reasonable time.
He's just cut eyes like, I'll see it when I'm ready.
Basically, yeah, I do things my way.
My
way, my own time.
My way. Okay, after we haven't got money, don't sue us. Cool. Right.
I will say though, I wish they hadn't released that information before the movie dropped. There was no need. I know that fans like news and want to know what's going on, but I feel like be selective. Like it's bad enough that Scarlett Johansson didn't get toys, didn't get a movie, and now she gets a movie. Then all of this pandemic shit starts. Oh, sorry, let me go back. Carol Danvers got a movie before her. This no name who. Again, movie wasn't even that good.
Trash.
Then she gets a movie. Her character gets killed off. She finally gets a movie. Pandemic happens, and during the pandemic, you haven't released a movie, and you're telling us, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna have this next girl be Black Widow." Let her have her moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I ride with you, Scarlett Johansson, man.
Yeah. We ride. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Will you be riding the Judge Dredd Mega City experience opening in London in 2021?
Oh,
what? You might want to read that one again.
So this is coming from Games Radar or Newsarama.
Very
nice to be. In 2021, one section of real life London will be transformed into the dark neo-future London of 2080s Judge Dredd. Welcome in advance to Britsit. London's Crystal Maze live experience has announced plans for a new attraction titled Judge Dredd Uprising. The live experience, scheduled to launch in spring 2021, the attraction will include 5 zones, a laser tag combat area, and more. So here's the concept. Well, we haven't got the concept art. Basically, the Rebellion Chief Executive Officer, Jason Kingsley, OBE, said, the world of Judge Dredd is the greatest imaginative universe to come out of British comics, and we're proud to bring it to even wider audiences. Every reader has dreams of setting foot in a mega city, and with Judge Dredd Uprising live experience, they can do just that. In a sprawling megalopolis, Britsit, the post-nuclear London of the future, all manner of characters roam the streets. But Judge Dredd has discovered a terrible plot, and you and your merry gang of chancers are the city's only hope.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Would you say it's a doomed megalopolis?
Nice.
We got the jokes.
Yeah, you know. You know.
Okay. Firstly, go on. No,
I think it could be interesting. I think the way it sounds, I've never been to the Secret Cinema, but it kind of sounds like something from pegged off that in a sense, where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like secret cinema. I went to Back to
Did
the
you?
Future one, which was
Did
years
you
ago.
two? I don't know if you showing my age. Did you two ever experience Trocadero at the bottom
Razor.
before there was?
Yeah.
Razor.
Huh?
Quite, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alien.
yeah. Alien. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
unless
think I did
it's
that
like
once.
unless it's like Alien, where they say if you have heart problems, don't do this.
Yeah.
I'm not in it. I'm sure it would be fun. But yeah, the secret cinema is more or less kind of what it would feel like, and they're gonna do like. I mean, if anybody who used to, remembers Alien, that was fucking best shit ever. At the bottom, I miss Trocadero so bad. Man. Like
the whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
Well, quick segue. I remember thinking, when I have a son, when I have a kid, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna take them to Trocadero. By the time I had a son, they locked the shit down.
It was gone.
I couldn't believe it. I was so upset.
I know. That and the Haagen-Dazs restaurant just hurt my feelings. Anyway, before. Yeah, exactly. Good times. But yeah, I mean, if they have it like kind of like the Alien thing, where it's obviously it's gonna be like Judge Dredd laser tag, which is fine. But then it's just like, okay, cool. It's more or less like playing like, what do you call it? You might as well just do a massive Fortnite one, or like, you know what I mean, or Call of Duty one. You know what I mean? Like it's just those might be a little bit more better, but
I
should be alright. It's British, isn't it?
It's British, isn't it?
It's British, isn't it? You know what I mean? We're like, what British, comic book that's British that we can do in Britain? Judge Dredd. Right, cool. Let's do that one.
I'll give it a shot.
I didn't even know Judge Dredd was British. Is Judge Dredd British?
Yeah.
Oh wow, we did something cool.
I know, yeah, we did.
When I say we, I mean they.
Yeah, I think it'll be sweet.
But yeah,
actually. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. If you get to dress up like a judge, then that would be sick. Like, I'm going in there and be like,
I would swear down, I would rock that, and I would just like, I'll get in full character with that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I want the laser things that make it look like slow motion. So like the last film they did when they took the dragon, it was slow motion. You're like, like if they do that shit, then I'm milking it for all I've got. But yes, but yeah, we'll see. But cool. Good on you. There we go.
Right, next bit, last bit for news. We got some trailer talk. So quite a few trailers. Actually, quite a couple of them came out today. We have Transformers War for Cybertron. That's the final trailer. The Sandman trailer for Audible. The Umbrella Academy Season 2 and The Boys Season 2 as well.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So you watched the Transformers one?
I did. Me and Chocolate Cat did.
I thought that looked cool. One thing I'll say with my brother, me and my brother was saying, and I said to him, I'm sure we did an episode about this, is the continuity regarding the animated Transformers shows. And like, are they all connected? I can't remember if they're all connected or if they're separate or what.
All the animated Transformers shows, they're all different. Most of them. I think Beast Wars was partially part of it. Part of Generation 1. But all the other ones, the mad ones.
I know there are some where it was just like blatant reboots, but I'm wondering if. Well, anyway, bygones. This trailer looked dope, and one thing that sold me on it is two things. It was set on Cybertron.
Yep.
And not a human in sight.
Yeah.
You're sold on those two things.
This one is actually it's based before they actually landed on Earth. So this is
nice.
Before. And actually there was a game a few years back on the PlayStation 3 that was based on this series. So it's okay.
Here we go ahead. Yeah. On the PlayStation 3, sorry, you just glitched for 1.2 seconds. Go ahead. Go on for 2.2 seconds. We're going to give it a minute. But yes. But what?
No sound.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go. So you're saying there was a game on PlayStation 3?
3. Yeah, there's a game on PlayStation 3. And it was based on the War for Cybertron.
My day.
Have I gone again?
No, you're here.
It's a second. It's all right. Cool.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Yes. We
the
got
game,
this.
PlayStation
What's the
3. It's For Cybertron. That's what it's based on. Okay.
Okay, cool. Right. Let's keep going.
Go on.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
I'm only disappointed that it's thing that it took place when they go back to Cybertron.
Okay.
I don't want any humans to pop up later.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's just like a one-off. Is it? It's a film, right?
Yeah, it's I think it's 4 parts.
No, I thought it was a series. I wasn't sure, to be honest. It wasn't clear.
Yeah, it's a series. It's a series.
Oh, it's 4 parts. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, well, you know, well, maybe they just end it before they get to Earth, and then it's just like all cyber. Okay, what's the next one?
Sandman, a trailer for Audible. So this one is a audio book that will be narrated by Neil Gaiman, and it has James McAvoy being the voice of Morpheus, aka Dream of the Endless, and Dream's sister Death is played by Kat Dennings. Taron Egerton plays John Constantine, and Andy Serkis is.
Kat Dennings playing, sorry?
Kat Dennings is playing Death, Dream's sister.
Cool.
Taron Egerton is playing John Constantine. Andy Serkis is playing Matthew the Raven, and Michael Shorn plays Lucifer. So I haven't read this. I know your brother read it, Antoine, and he loves it.
Yeah, he keeps going on about it.
So I will be getting. I think I'll be getting this. Hopefully, I won't be getting an Audible for it because Audible takes liberties. But I will probably.
Is it me or is the Audible site the most complicated site you've ever had to?
It's not complicated.
Just don't get it.
It's what it is that you pay. It's say for instance it's like Netflix. You pay a fee for it, but every film or
you have to pay book to listen to the book.
Yeah, you have to pay for the book to listen to the book as well, and you're still paying the fee.
What's the point?
Exactly. That's why
That's
I was
long.
like, nah, I'm not doing this. So yeah. Next one is. You guys can hear me properly, right?
Yeah, I could hear you. You went out for like a split second just there.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Okay.
You have a tiny glitch. You're doing a Wreck-It Ralph right now. We have
I
a
have to
glitch.
say. I have to say. Can I just say this? It feels good to be the one who isn't.
Mate. Yeah.
That means it's gonna happen to all three of us. Damn.
Yeah.
I am not happy with my internet provider right now. Seriously, I cancelled it today as well. So.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be a lesson to them.
Yeah,
there we go.
Last two, Umbrella Academy.
Which is having slight glitches. Just go ahead.
Umbrella Academy season 2 and The Boys season 2.
Okay.
Oh, what's funny with the Umbrella Academy one is that there was so much going in that trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't take it in. I was just excited that season 2 was coming. I couldn't tell you what was going on in that trailer. It was just so much going on.
Yeah, no. But then good.
No, that's it. It was just so much going on, but I was just like, oh, it's back. But there was nothing that made me go, oh no, what is that? What's going on? It was just so. It was just a lot. I was overstimulated. I was like a child.
No, it was really good, and with this trailer as well, because I was watching something. You know, like when they have those YouTube videos where it's like, oh, the comic versus the actual show, and they were doing like, oh, certain characters in the thing, and then like in this trailer now for season, brought everybody back to the coreness of the comic. So like, there's the fish guy in there. Well, the fish. He's not really a guy. He's a fish in a suit. He's actually in the comic, and then Fishbowl, and then obviously like the main characters are starting to look more like the comics, which is really good. And well, kind of, and then it just looks great. They've warped obviously into another time, but then they've lived lives in the other time, so it's like time loop is number 5. who's like the greatest character of all time because he's hilarious.
Thinking about his character, because I noticed straight away that he's aged.
Yeah.
How long are they going to have him be that age? Is he going to grow up through the seasons? And that can only work for so long because it's not a cartoon. Do you get what? It's not a comic book.
Yeah, true.
Right with it.
Yeah.
That's my only gripe.
Yeah, unless they're gonna start CGing him,
face replacement,
and then they'll just face replacement. I mean, if it's a good face replacement, then it's Gemini. But we don't have got time for that. So, but I'm excited for that. And then the boys. Oh my god! If this TV show doesn't hurry up and come out, oh lord!
I didn't watch.
It's amazing.
Did you watch season 1 of The Boys?
He asks me this every time.
Do you know why? Because do you know what I was thinking when I was writing the script today as well? I was like, I need to ask Karen, like, has he seen The Boys or The Umbrella? Because I can't actually remember. Because everything that is actually good, you just don't want to watch it, or you want to miss out.
I watched both Umbrella Academy and. No, so I wasn't behind. I watched it, and when they both come back again, I will watch it with everyone else. The only reason I fell behind on a few things is because, like, say, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and those things, lost interest.
Yeah, it's true.
Things like Mandalorian, I didn't even have Disney Plus at the time, and you know me, I struggle streaming stuff and finding it. So
that's okay.
That's how I get behind. But Academy and The Boys. And what I was going to say, the reason I didn't watch the trailer for The Boys is because I feel like I will enjoy the show so much more if I just have no idea what's coming.
Yeah,
so that's why. Whereas
I hear you.
It's kind of weird. Like Umbrella Academy was watch the trailer. I don't know. I'm weird.
Yeah, I'm only watching one trailer. Like that's it. I've watched the trailer for Umbrella Academy, and that's it. I don't care if they bring out 4, 5, 6 different trailers. And then I'm watching the thing. So because they packed it, like they packed a lot in there, and I was like, okay.
This guy's telling me that I don't watch anything good, and he hasn't even watched Avatar: The Last Airbender yet.
I'm watching it right now. Okay.
It's a TV show because the TV show's great. Anyway, yes. What did you think of them, Rich? Did you like them? Did you like the trailer for The Boys?
Yeah, I loved it. The Boys. Umbrella Academy, I can't wait for them. I think The Boys, it's like you said in the message earlier, it's too far. It's September 4th. It's too far away. So, but I can't wait for it, man. They both look sick. They both look really good.
Wait.
Umbrella Academy makes me want to watch the season 1 again, actually.
Yeah.
But I think this
I really haven't watched that.
It's going to be a hard month, man. Oh, Thingy's out this month as well in a couple of days. The Old Guard. That is out on Friday, I think. So
Friday,
yeah. So that's out on Friday. Transformers is out. Sandman is out on the 15th of July. Transformers War of Cybertron is out on the 30th. Umbrella Academy the 31st, and The Boys on the 4th of September.
And the Phantomism. Oh, 4th of September. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
What?
Batman and the Phantomism is out.
Mask of the Phantasm.
There we go.
Oh, I can watch.
What is that?
Wait,
it's on. I think that's coming on Netflix.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's coming out on Netflix. Sweet. So we got a lot of stuff to watch, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, us as geeks, we've got a lot.
Possibly be the greatest Batman movie ever.
Yeah.
Animated. Anyway, I digress.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Here we go.
So.